couple of years ago, I heard a statement that was both profound and troubling to me at the time. I was at a small conference, and one of the speakers gets up and, with all the confidence in the world, makes the statement: 100% of relationship strife is about misset expectation. When I first heard that, I was like, I don't know if that's right. I get a large part of it. It's quite a statement to say 100% of anything is a specific way. Um, but overall, whether it's 100% or not, overall, I agree with the statement that a large amount of relationship problems are based on misset expectation. Whether you're talking a romantic relationship, whether you're talking a business relationship, sales relationship, any kind of relationship can definitely be really screwed up by misset expectation. Um, and by that, it's just what I mean is somebody's expecting, well, in a romantic relationship, husband's working really hard at work and his wife's expecting him to be home at 6 o'clock. And she's got dinner all set up, and something comes up. He gets involved in his work, forgets to call her, and shows up at 7. And you can just imagine the fight that ensues because it's not the first time it's happened. She was expecting him to be there at a certain time. He didn't take the time out of his focus and his busy day to let her know that things were different and change her expectation. But what about your expectation for how somebody's supposed to be? What about that kind of expectation? For example, what about you're walking down the street, and as you walk down the street, you see a teenager that's got a haircut different than you would do. Or you see a teenager that's dressed as goth or hip hop or anything that isn't in your wheelhouse for how you would do it. Or even better yet, that teenager's your son or daughter. That's definitely not matching your expectation for how you want your son or daughter to be living for most parents. But that specific question came up last night at dinner with some really great friends of mine here in Dallas. And I'm talking to my friend Mike, and there was a kid sitting at the table next to us that had not a really wild haircut, but a little bit off center. And the beauty of it is both Mike and I were in the same place. It's like Mike was looking at it from this sense of appreciating having been there before, having done it to get attention, be outside the norm, rebel against the parents, all of those kinds of things that teenagers just do. And I was looking at it as well. And really, what I got to is where I've tried to mold my life for the last few years is looking at that person's creativity and looking at how that person is really trying to shine in their own way and be themselves rather than fit into the mold and the box of what society wants them to be. And at the end of the day, my new favorite phrase about expectation is trade your expectation for appreciation. When you do that, your level of happiness will go through the roof, regardless of which of the expectation scenarios you're talking about. If the wife in the example of the husband coming home late trades her expectation for him being there at a certain time for, you know what? He's working really hard so that me and the kids can have this beautiful house, the beautiful car that we have, the vacations that we have, and everything else. He's working really hard to provide for us and make our life better. And I appreciate that. Or your teenage child isn't right in the box that you think they should be in as a teenager, but they're showing their creativity and show your appreciation for that part of them, that they're being creative, and you foster that and you celebrate that. And you'll have a child that grows up well-rounded and secure and courageous and confident. And you can do the same thing with people walking down the street. Whether you have an actual direct interaction with that person or not, make a choice in your life, in your head, to go, that's not my choice. But I really appreciate the boldness that that person has, the courage and the creativity that they have to make that choice. So again, change your expectations, trade your expectations for appreciation, and your level of happiness in this world is going to go through the roof. That's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day, and please like this. Make comments below. It's like a lot of people are making comments. I would love to know people's opinions on what this information is. And share it with your friends and your family, please. Let's get more of these positive messages out to the world. The world definitely needs it now. Take care. I love you. Bye-bye.